Hello, welcome to Hot Guy Tap Podcast, episode 179. Stammer time for Mr. Schwim over there. He's got the jerseys in the
Hello.
background. I'm your host, Bill Dean. I'm, of course, here with my two co-hosts, little Steven Schwim. We're brought to you by Primetime Radio, courtesy of Mr. Sam Wu. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Please give us a 5-star review if you'd be ever so kind. Boys, what are we drinking?
I'm going all reliable. My favorite, while I have a couple left, Festina Pesce.
Ooh, Festina.
Ooh, nice.
Always
Oh, goodness.
a studly drink.
Yeah, I only got 2 left, so enjoy
I still
them
have one of
before they go.
my 61s
rotten.
left. I got to bust that open.
The 61 from like 1942?
No, the ones that
Okay.
were just given to me
Good. I like it.
Yeah.
from
I
1942.
need to get mine from Shorts Guy.
No, I have yours.
Well, you always seem to have like the oldest beers available in your fridge, so
Well, I do have Yingling.
yes, you do.
I'm drinking a one that I've already had before. Of course, a Nightmare.
Coors?
Kolsch.
Oh,
A
right.
Coors. A Coors Nightmare.
A Coors.
That's
Oh my
actually what
God.
they should name one of their beers. Coors
Oh, I
Nightmare
guess
would
that-
be actually a
Yeah.
fantastic beer name.
That's a little redundant, though, because Coors
It is.
is a nightmare.
Does
so-
mean
True.
nightmare. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, Kolsch. Having this again. Breaking Wheel, it's called.
No, it's not bad. I from Monday Night Brewing. I got this from Alicia. When
Nice.
I think it was from Alicia. She went to Atlanta. Oh no, wait, no, I got this. I don't know I don't remember who I got this from. I might have brought this one back. I actually think I have a couple.
Just make it
anyways.
up.
This is called Taco Tuesday, and it's
Taco
a
Tuesday
Mexican,
from Monday Night
Mexican-
Brewing? Or
Yeah,
is everything
uh,
about a day of
yes.
the week with them?
it is. Everything is a day
Okay.
of the week. Yes.
All right, I like
so it's a Mexican style cerveza. So cheers.
it. Cheers.
Let's get to what's on tap for today's episode. Here's our weekly snapshot. I have no idea what we're going to talk about today. No, I'm joking. Listen, there's something big that's happening in Shroom's neck of the woods. It is a homecoming for one Stephen. What is Stephen
Echeverria?
first?
Stamkos.
Yeah, Stephen Stamkos' middle name. Because let's see if it's anything good. Stephen
Phillips.
Christopher Stamkos.
No.
Okay.
Um,
I like Echeverria
He's-
better.
He's a Canadian professional ice hockey player. He's a center. He's the alternate captain of your
No, he's not.
Nashville Predators.
No, he's not.
It says he's an A.
Well, tonight I guess he's not. He's nothing.
Maybe for away games he doesn't have the assistant.
Maybe only at home.
Where's Shorts
Maybe.
Guy? A4.
A for
A4.
Oh man, my battery's running low.
A for
oh
asshole.
no, you don't have a plug.
I gotta find it.
Okay. All right. Well, here.
text
Why
him
don't you
stay here.
go do what you need to do, and you can say. All right. So as we speak, we have a special
Oh, hey,
guest.
special guest.
Yeah, special guest.
Oh,
You're
hello.
allowing vagrants into your office now?
Yeah, this kid. Wave hi to your friends. You need to go to sleep. Yeah, this is what I'm dealing with
Hi.
over here.
Same.
There, go sit down on the couch. Go sit on the couch. Hang. Yeah, one Stephen Christopher Stamkos is visiting the Tampa Bay Lightning today as a member of the Nashville Predators after signing a 4-year deal at $8.5 million per.
I thought it was 4 years,
Three?
$6 million per.
No, it was like $8 million.
It was 8 million. It was 8 million per. Was it 4
Yeah.
years at 8 million?
Yeah, it was enormous. You think he signed
I
that?
don't think it was 8.5.
It's 4 years, $32 million. So that's $8 million. All right, $8
Yeah,
million.
4 times 8.
Yeah, you would have signed him if it was 6.
Well, they offered him an 8-year deal for $3 million a season, and he laughed in their
I mean,
face.
that's bogus. That is utter horse dookie if that contract was
also-
signed.
yeah.
Yeah,
Circumvention.
I would have. Yeah, holy circumvention. Batman.
Legal
No, I can't
circumvention.
hear them.
Yeah, I mean that would be the next. Who's isn't Covey still being paid by the Devils because of that
Give me the charger.
horse
I don't
dookie?
know. There's still some outstanding contracts out there.
So there's that one homecoming, and let's hope that Stamkos lights the lamp. He's absolutely getting a goal, by the way, today.
You know where it is.
But do you think that
I'm gonna
the
go look
other homecoming, Stephen, which is Marc-Andre Fleury's final visit to Pittsburgh as a player? Yep, hockey. So he returns as a member. Well, he's obviously been a member of the Minnesota Golden Knights for a little while. You're gonna take all my
Wild.
toys, okay? What did I say?
Golden Knights.
I said the Minnesota Golden Knights.
Yes, you did.
Oh wow, yeah, impressive. Yeah, this is going fantastically well as my daughter keeps asking for things. You have another homecoming. Nicholas Aube-Kubel is returning to face his once Panthers, so that's also another big one. Three
Cool.
real
I
big
guess.
homecomings. Andrei Barkov is going back to Finland. He's traveling, so he's a part of that road trip that the Panthers will take on the Buffalo Sabres, I think it is.
Sabres again are going over there? There's no way they're traveling over there again.
We'll turn the lineup to play against the Buffalo Sabres on Monday night. This Monday night's game. His return was anticipated
tonight.
and comes a game before Panthers travel to Barkov's hometown of Tampere, Finland, to face Dallas Stars. That's what it was, because it's Mir Heiskanen and all those. That's part of the Global Series, Friday and Saturday.
Nice.
So home and home. Yeah, he's been out for, I think, a couple weeks now after that hard crash into the boards from Tim Stützle. He was preventing him from scoring on open net. But pretty good stuff for the NHL's slates of games coming up. Steven, we
Yes.
have yet to get your picks, which I've asked you multiple times, by the way. Yeah, I know you're
Yeah,
busy
you
now,
have.
going to Grenada and all those stuff. But all right, so let's do this, and we'll also remind people of how horrible our picks are at the moment. So first pick from you would be your rookie of the year. I took Michkov, Shrum took Stankoven, and Shorts guy took Seamus Casey, who's in the minors currently. Who would you like for your rookie of the year selection?
Oh gosh. I mean, Michkov is going to win. So, do you want me to pick somebody different just for the sake of picking somebody different?
No, if you, I mean, he could still. I mean, he's got 9 points, but you could pick
He's
him. I mean,
he's,
if you
he's
thought you
going to
would
win
have
the
picked him.
Calder.
All right. Who would you pick as a dark horse? And I'll write as a dark horse.
Dark horse for the Calder?
I'll let you do that.
Yoel Blomqvist.
Oh, the goalie tender for your Pittsburgh Penguins,
Mm-hmm.
Blomqvist. All right, your Norris defenseman. Shorts guy took Seth Jones.
Jesus Christ. this guy.
Schwim took Morrissey, and I took Darlene
Oh.
times 2 because I picked him last year.
Shrum took my pick.
You
Jerk.
could have Morrissey too.
Yeah, I mean, I would have picked Morrissey. So I'm gonna side with Shrim here. I'm gonna say Morrissey, I believe.
I like it. Your Rocket Richard winner. I took. Schwim took Reinhardt. He says 60 plus. Shorts guy says Cotter, but he actually picked McDavid. Paul Cotter. And I
Goodness
took
gracious.
Kyle Connor, and I put Gunther as my dark horse.
Gunther is a good dark horse. He ain't winning it though. It's too weak of a team.
Yeah.
Who's gonna win? I'm gonna say Austin Matthews.
Matthews.
Again.
Yep. That's not a bad pick at all. Vezina candidate. I took Shesterkin, thinking that, and you'll see in a minute, I could think he could also win the MVP this year, depending on how his contract talks go. Shrim took Vasi, and Shorts guy took Linus Ullmark.
Linus Allmark. I kind of wish I was on the show with Shorts guy so I could ask him.
What is he
What on
thinking?
earth?
What, he was
Yeah.
smoking that night?
What were you on?
Connor Hellebuck.
Come on, Mitchell.
Yeah,
Yes.
that makes sense.
Woo.
Shrim Cam.
And then he gets up.
All right. MVP, Steven. Shorts guy took Matthew Tkachuk. Schwim took Scheifele. I took Shesterkin in parentheses.
I want to do something different.
Okay.
But I did put my MVP as Kaprizov.
Okay.
I was trying to go off the board on these ones.
Hells yeah.
It's gonna be McDavid.
Well, give me a dark horse then.
Oh, I got an assist. Nice.
Dark horse MVP. Huh. I mean, I would say McKinnon, but that's not really a dark horse, is it?
No, that's
No.
downright cheating.
Yeah, picking the two best guys in the league as
Yes.
potential hearts.
Did you see McDavid went down tonight?
Yeah, well, I was gonna get
Like-
into that. Yeah,
No, my bad.
they're down 3-0 already to Columbus.
Yeah. Last time I
They're a
checked, it was
weird
3-0,
team.
and he was gone.
Yeah.
They are a weird team. Dark horse MVP.
4-0.
Oof.
Let's go with. Let me percolate over here. What's the next one while I percolate?
How about somebody?
Well, it'll be your Stanley Cup, Eastern, Western Conference Finals, and then a good and bad predictions, bold predictions.
Did we
Good and
do?
bad.
We did ours, right? Our Stanley Cup.
Yeah, we
winner
did
and-
ours. Yeah,
okay.
well, I'll tell those to Steven so he
Yeah.
has an idea.
I forget.
Oh, excuse me.
You're burping away over here.
I don't
Hughes
know.
made me
I don't know who
problem.
the I don't know.
MVP?
I don't have a dark horse.
No dark
Yeah.
horse. All right, fine.
It's not going to be a goalie.
Uh,
Goalies just aren't going to win the heart. It's just not going to happen.
It
That
could.
might
I
never
think
even
Shesterkin.
Happen again.
Well, so I think Shesterkin could do it strictly
I know.
because
I know you do. I know you do. You've said this
Well,
for
no-
the last like 3 seasons.
No. I think this is strictly because of his contract. If he wants to get paid as a $12, $13 million a year player, he has to have a ridiculous season if he's going to wait the entire season. And if he has like a 40 win, under 2 goals against, save percentage 930s, that could win you an MVP if he gets if the Rangers go far.
No, you're gonna have
Somebody's going to
guys
score
scoring
60
in the,
goals or something, and
yeah,
or
60,
140
60,
points.
70 goals, 140 points.
Somebody's
You're
gonna
gonna have
140
guys.
points, and that's going to
Yeah,
trump
you're
it.
gonna have a dozen players scoring over 100 points. The goalies just can't unless he has
That's not gonna happen.
36 shutouts during the course of the season. He's not winning.
And
the
even
MVP.
then, he probably still wouldn't be nominated
Stop. Shh.
because some guy will have like 80
Eh.
goals and 160 points or something.
yeah,
We'll see.
this ain't gonna happen.
All right. So your
I'm
Western
willing to
Conference.
bet money on it.
I would too.
Well, yeah, but I have, what are my odds if I win? Well, what are we betting?
10-1.
No, I'd have to get more than that. If you guys are talking like it's so special.
Well, you're talking like it's a very good chance.
It's like you're talking like
I
it's a
said
lock.
I said my MVP would be Kaprizov. I said in a perfect world where Shesterkin gets his 13 million, he has a lights out year and could win MVP.
And I don't
Mommy's
agree.
upstairs. Go to mommy.
Agree to
Um,
disagree.
Agree to disagree. All right, your Western Conference Finals matchup. Schwim took Vegas versus Winnipeg. Shorts guy took, and you're gonna laugh at this one, Calgary versus Winnipeg,
Okay.
and I took Stars versus Canucks.
Okay.
So what's
I
your
mean,
Western
Calgary-
Conference?
Winnipeg are doing pretty damn good, but
Yeah.
I don't see it lasting.
Stars and Vegas.
Nice.
All right, so you're gonna have one of either Stars or Vegas winning the wild card, the 8th spot, because that's the only way that could
Not
happen.
necessarily.
Yeah, that's the only way it could happen.
Well, what somehow. Yeah, somehow
I'm just
it'll
saying.
happen.
All right, Stars,
I know they're in the same
V-
division. It's not easy.
Yeah.
Knights. She was saying, actually, say goodnight.
That's a good point. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, just because that's how it would have to. She says bye, Stephen Schwim, and Haley says hi.
Bye.
Haley's on the computer, talking to you. All right, your Eastern Conference. Shorts guy, of course, took Florida versus Devils.
Okay.
Schwim copied Shorts guy and took Florida versus Devils, and I took Rangers versus Tampa.
Okay.
Yeah, I told Dean he was nuts in the head. In the head and neck.
Wow. So it's got to be like a Metro and Atlantic almost.
Well, you could do. It could theoretically be
Theory,
an
yeah,
8
it could.
seed.
All right, I'll pick Florida v Tampa.
Oh,
Florida. Okay.
a rematch. I like it.
Tampa's gonna be the wild card.
Ooh.
Okay. Like they were last season.
Yep. And then who's your
They
cup
just don't
final
want
pick?
them
Who the
to
hell's
play
then? It
Florida.
would be Toronto and Boston, maybe. I don't know. All right,
Yeah,
I'll
Toronto,
stick with
Boston, Florida, Tampa.
it.
Yeah.
I'll stick with it. And
Your
what do you
Stanley
pick?
Cup
What do you
pick. Stanley Cup, and who's
Stanley Cup
winning?
matchup picks.
Yep.
It's gonna be Florida versus
3 in a row for Florida, huh?
yeah.
Stars and Knights.
I'm gonna go with Dallas again. I'm gonna keep picking Dallas until I'm right. I think.
You're gonna pick Dallas to win. I picked the Stars
Yeah.
to win over Tampa.
Okay, Stars over Florida.
Schwim took Winnipeg to beat Florida, and Shorts Guy, of course, took the Devils to beat Winnipeg.
That was my bold prediction.
I really
Uh,
don't. I don't. I
Canadian
still need
team
to
will win a
see. I
Stanley
think.
Cup.
I think what my bold prediction. You want to hear my bold prediction?
Yes. So one good, one bad. So just you want to go listen to these ones first, or you want to make yours right away?
Okay. Sure.
Shorts Guy says Calgary is playoff bound as his bold good prediction, and as bad because he's a jerk. He says laugh to Tampa, which is not going to happen now that he's got a 7-year deal. We'll talk about it.
I said they got to retain some of that money. That's all.
You can't.
Yeah,
First of all, Lafreniere needs to be the captain before he can be traded to Tampa.
that's
As
true.
They only acquire
That's
your
Very
captains.
true.
Well,
Only acquire
Trouba should be on his way out soon, no?
Yeah, you can have him. I'll trade him right now.
No, I
There
mean
you
not
go.
to Tampa, out somewhere else.
Schwim's bold good is Canada wins the cup, which he has Winnipeg winning. He also says the Pens are to trade Crosby to the Avs. He said not to tell you that.
You're as dumb as the day is long.
That was my bad bold prediction.
Bad bold
That's
prediction. My good bold
really
prediction. I said
stupid.
both Utah and Buffalo would make the playoffs, but Buffalo's
Okay.
kind of hurt me right now. And I said the Kings and Jets both miss.
Utah's not doing that great either.
Just missed the playoffs.
Kings and
Okay, so-
Jets.
Okay, so
That's crazy.
my bold good prediction, I guess, is
Yep.
the Jets are going to win the President's Trophy.
Jets presidents.
That's no Stanley Cup.
Yes, that's why I don't have
Yep.
them there.
Yep.
And also, I think they're going to have a tremendous regular season. And I haven't.
Yeah.
When have you seen Winnipeg impress you in the playoffs? They just don't every year. So I'm not.
Last year they were
We'll
bad
see,
versus
but-
Colorado.
Yeah, real bad. And Hellebuck was
Awful.
bad. Not even
Ottinger bad.
middling. Yeah, well, yeah,
They
Ottinger
were
too. But
they
I'm
lost
hoping
to
he'll-
Colorado second round, right? Last year.
No, first round. I think it was
It was
first round.
I
matchup,
thought they won a series where they looked unbelievable defensively,
right?
and then Colorado destroyed them in the second round. Was that this year or was that a different year?
No, because I have my board up here, and the people
Colorado,
the
Winnipeg,
teams that
first round?
lost. Yeah, it was Colorado, Winnipeg first round.
Shit.
Because Dallas beat the Predators, Vancouver beat the Golden Knights, and the Oilers beat
I thought
Kings.
Vancouver beat Nashville.
No, Vancouver beat the Golden Knights.
What the fuck?
Dallas beat Nashville. You can't. Dallas has to play Nashville? It's an interdivision
I
matchup.
don't remember.
And then it was Rangers beating the Capitals, Carolina beat the Islanders, Florida beat Tampa, and Boston
I
beat
forgot about Carolina.
Toronto.
Well, I'll be damned.
You'll be missing. Yep. All right. So what's your bad bold prediction?
The Penguins will finish with a chance
wow.
to win the number 1
Dead
overall
last.
pick.
Nice.
So all right. So you say within 5 points of the worst record? 10 points? Like what's a chance?
I think they'll finish
'Cause I
bottom
don't think they're gonna
5.
be worse than
All
San
right. So
Jose.
Penn's bottom 5. I like it. Yeah, San Jose is so bad.
I feel horrible. for
Penn's
them.
bottom 5 is wow. Stevens really does not. That's very pessimistic.
And I mean, there's a couple. I'm just going to say it now, and just as my prediction. But there's a couple things that need to fall into place to potentially turn whatever the hell is going on around. I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't think Sullivan's going to get fired. Number one. So, and I kind of think that needs to happen, even though I don't necessarily agree that he's
You
the
think he gets
problem.
fired?
I don't think so. No, I don't think they're gonna fire him.
Even if they have a horrible year where they're bottom 5, you don't think he'd get fired?
Yeah, I'm not confident
Wow.
he'll be fired just because of how much he's liked by ownership
He's a great
and
coach.
management. He is a great coach, and
And
the
he
problem
Yeah.
would have
isn't. I don't think
no trouble
the
finding
problem
another
is
job.
not his
Oh, no.
system. The problem is it's a matter of execution, and the players. So he currently doesn't have the players that match his system. So that's where he's flawed. He needs to change up his plan and
What-
how he's always coached his team based on how flawed his lineup is, and I don't
Do
know that he's
you
going to do that.
think he waits around? He would want to wait around to rebuild this team?
Sullivan?
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a soft rebuild. There's not going to like in hockey. I mean, it happens. Chicago. I don't know what Chicago is doing, and I'm not going to take. I'm not going to say that Chicago should be the standard of how you rebuild a team because they just dumped everything. But
Yeah.
you can in hockey, you can do a soft rebuild where you still have. You don't have to unload everything and just collect picks. You can still have these players and just
But
softly accumulate. Basically, what Dubas has been doing. Some of the acquisitions in the offseason, like Kevin Hayes, just everyone's just like, yeah, whatever. But he got a second round pick out of it. So he's just accumulating these picks, second round picks, third round picks here and there, to and the whole McGroarty
yeah, but
trade. Although Jaeger was
those
also
yeah, it
pretty
cost you
good.
Jaeger. But those trades, those little tiny second and thirds, okay, you're going to find a gem every once in a while, but to get the significant pieces you need to really start. I mean, unless you're going to do it all through free agency, it, you need to trade some big players like Malkin or Letang or Carlson. Like to keep those 4 guys, your 4 main guys. I don't think you can do a soft rebuild. I think it's you unless you do it all through free agency. I don't think you have enough ammunition in the draft to get significant players with trading Kevin
Well,
Hayeses
the
and all
thing
these
is,
other.
the only ones you see that actually turn their team around, and it's like successful rebuild, right? So it's like who's doing these rebuilds, so on and so forth. The only ones who are successful at it are the ones who get multiple first overall picks. Those are the
Yeah,
only ones you're seeing now. It happened to
Edmonton,
Pittsburgh, although
Colorado.
Pittsburgh only had I think 2 number 1 overall picks in Fleury and
No,
Crosby,
but
and
they had
Malkin being a 2,
yeah
Stahl being a
2,
2 or 3. I can't remember if he was
yeah
might
3.
have been a
Letang,
3.
what
He
was
was three, I
Letang?
think.
Letang was a second round pick. Um, but no, you see that, and you see like potentially with Chicago, although all they have is Bedard, and they the pool, and they're drafting a little bit better now, but prior to Bedard they have nothing really. And then you have obviously Edmonton, who had all of those first overall picks.
Yeah,
But those are the only
Colorado.
teams you see that really Tampa had their stretch of hot garbage, and then they accumulated a core. Edmonton accumulated a core through draft picks. These are all high pick players,
Tampa
um,
drafted very well
high
outside of
potential.
the first round. So I think that's
Yeah.
where they
Also,
differ
yes,
from
also
other
true. But you're
teams.
still looking at your core. Your core is your Stamkos, your Vasilevsky, your Hedmans, your
Those guys were all first, but like
yeah.
Point
I
and
mean,
Kucherov and those players are all later, second
later picks,
and
yeah.
beyond.
Diamond in the rough type
That's what I'm
players.
saying. Yeah, they've hit
But
with their second round
yeah,
picks a lot.
but that's what I'm saying. When you're talking about rebuilds, and then you look at a team like Columbus, who's been bad forever, and then
They
Buffalo,
can't get
who's
better.
been bad forever, and these teams are just like there's no need to be bad for 10 years just to like rebuild. So you can keep constructing a roster that can compete, and every manager wants to make the playoffs. I mean, because that's ownership, that's more money for ownership, and every manager wants to make their owners more money and build something that people are going to come and they're going to watch. And I think soft rebuilds are definitely a possible thing. I just think that this roster currently is constructed very poorly. So, and it's kind of clashing with the system. So I don't think there's any reason to be like, well, this is a lost season, so we might as well get rid of all these guys and give them a chance to win a cup somewhere else. Because I don't know that. First of all, I don't think any of those players. I don't think that's any of their priorities. I think they want to end their careers in Pittsburgh and they want to try to win another cup in Pittsburgh. And if they don't, then that's fine. But yeah, I mean, in this off seasons especially, Pittsburgh has gotten some good young players, and Wilkes-Barre is actually, a pretty good, exciting team at the moment with some of the prospects. The prospects that they got from Carolina, I know we laughed at them because it wasn't their best prospects, but a lot of these kids are pretty good. And, once they start to develop, I think they'll be NHL players. They're not going to be superstars.
Oh, wow.
But you're thinking like, okay, so who's going to be the next Crosby? Who's going to be the next Malkin? They don't have it yet. I think McGroarty can be something special. He needs more development. I think their goaltending with Murashov and Blomqvist look pretty good, but defensive, they don't really have a lot of prospects. But like I said, soft rebuild. I don't think there's any reason to hit the panic button and just sell everything unless guys, want to go. Plus, I don't think you're going to get, unless you're trading Crosby, which you're not, I don't think you're going to get a whole lot from anybody. You're not going to get, top 10 picks in the first round. I mean, you might be able to get a first round pick, but you're sending them to a competitor, so you're still getting a 25 to 32 overall or a first round pick, which, you usually don't pan out. You usually have a better chance of being selected in the second round and making it than being in that late first round. But anyway, I'm not going to make this entire episode about Pittsburgh, so let's continue.
So Stamkos got an ovation, a tribute video in Tampa, obviously. Was he crying, Shrim?
He wasn't crying, but he looked very like he was
emotional.
Very emotional, like on the verge of, but he was like trying to hold it together. His eyes look like a little watered up, but yeah.
McDavid with a lower body injury during his opening shift. So thank you, fantasy football or fantasy hockey.
No bueno.
Yeah, no bueno.
And Buffalo tied it 2-2 now.
Oh, really? Couple of signings. Jacob McCabe signed a 5-year deal with the Maple Leafs. I think he made 5 years, 22.5, so roughly 4 and change. 4.51 to be exact. We had the big deal, which was Alexis Lafreniere, a 7-year, almost $7.5 million deal per year, which is a steal for the Rangers, I think. I mean, because I think this kid's going to be a could be.
If he keeps going up.
My point. I think
it won't be a bad contract by any means.
Yeah, no, I don't think it would be bad at all.
But I definitely think he can certainly outperform it.
Yes, and that's what the Rangers are hoping. Obviously, the kid is, a stud, so, is drafted as such. So you hope that, he grows and, maybe even takes the Panarin mantle as best player on the team, forward-wise, when they're, without Panarin and a couple of things. I was going to actually mention when you said about the soft rebuild, the Rangers, really had a soft rebuild because they got lucky with the draft, right? Getting Capo Caco, Lafreniere. And then also Panarin just wanting to be a New York Ranger kind of made that so that rebuild and the letter and all that stuff just, didn't really happen. It kind of just turned over real quick. Some stars of the week. Mark Stone, by the way, 8 points in 3 games, 2 goals, 6 assists. He was lights out this past week. Yusei Saros, who Steven has, he's been killing it, shutout. 2 wins as well.
He's literally killed it in 1 game so far.
Well, he's the one shutout, and then he had another game where he let up 2 goals, right?
Yeah, so his last 2 games he's had 2
much needed wins though for the team. So
prior to that, we're not very good.
Yeah, they're 1-5 and looking like ace. Tom Ace. Jinx.
And then finally, I had Tomas Hertl as the other guy from Vegas. 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points. So that line of Stone and Hertl was doing pretty well last week. Pietrangelo had another 8 assists for them. You had Konechny did pretty well last week.
Martin Nakis. He was on my damn bench. He had like almost 18 points. I had him on my friggin' bench.
Didn't they score 8? Then they beat Washington like 8-5 or beat somebody
8-5.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Was it 8-5? It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
No, they beat Minnesota.
Minnesota 7-5.
Minnesota dominated Tampa, and then they go to play Philly and get friggin' lit up.
Yeah, 7-5. And then it was Knights that beat San Jose 7-3, Ottawa 6-4, and LA 6-1. They had 3 straight wins where they just
will San Jose
annihilated.
win a game this year? I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is this a
How long is
worse year than
how
last
long
year?
is
They've had two
Celebrini out?
straight years of going 0 and whatever to start a season, and nobody's ever done that before.
Yeah, 0-9, right?
Or whatever the hell their record is. Yeah.
Celebrini injury. Let's see here.
Yeah, he's still out. I haven't heard any like timetable of him for anything.
Yeah,
Like,
nothing.
when's
Week to
God's
week,
game?
lower body.
Also a shame that not only they're awful, but they have this potential superstar that immediately gets hurt.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna have a chance at James Higgins, who for Boston, if you've watched some of his games, Boston College is ridiculous.
Yeah, he's rolling. Yep.
You know, they could have 3 straight, 3 nasty centers if they all pan out.
I don't think they'll win back-to-back number 1 overall picks.
You think it's Philly or Chicago or you guys?
God, I hope it's not Chicago.
Yeah, I don't.
Nobody wants to be Chicago. Chicago's going to be. They're going to be terrible again.
San Jose win it 3 straight years than fucking Chicago ever win a first overall pick again.
Oh, so I'm trying to. Edmonton owns whose pick? Because it shows Edmonton is picking 11 in this mock draft. How would that be possible? It says a star next to him. So whose pick do they own?
It's offsides. Yep.
They own. I don't know whose pick they own.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
Making that up
because they have Columbus picking 12, and I even though Columbus is up to a half start, I don't think they're going to be doing that well.
Are they saying Edmonton's going to have a shit season and be picking 11th?
I don't know, because there's a star next to him, so I think that's someone else's pick. I just can't remember
who they trade with, where they got a first round pick back.
Or is it somebody else's? No, that wouldn't make sense either.
You see, the draft notes are covered up by stupid ads. Come on. Yeah, I don't understand. They have Rangers picking 31 and Winnipeg picking 32. Stevens, Pittsburgh Penguins picking 4, and Schwimm's TBL not selecting anybody.
They don't have first picks for the rest of their life.
Oh, man. Man, there's a kid in the draft 6'8". Holy shnikes. Defenseman, 6'8", 240.
Yeah, he's playing for
St. Petersburg.
Yeah, I thought he was playing college hockey over here now. I thought he
No, that's a different kid. I know who you're talking about.
But 6'8" too, right?
Yeah, this kid's from SKA St. Petersburg, MHL. He's 6'8", 240.
Yeah.
Artyom Vilchinsky. Wow, that's a big boy. Yeah, what was his? There's the kid. Yeah, from Penn State, right?
Yeah, was that it? Penn State.
Yeah, Roger McQueen, Steve McQueen's kid, 6'5", 190. Pretty good.
Damn, really?
Yeah, not Steve McQueen's kid.
We'll just say he is.
Yeah, unless he had some frozen sperm. Who knows? You guys got any notes you wanted to go over before I pull up a couple more things?
What really grinds my gears?
Yeah, what really grinds your gears, Steve?
It's a new segment we're introducing tonight.
Oh, did you see? Pretty cool.
Steven's gears.
So in Vancouver, there's a large Punjabi
population. This is awesome.
Population. And there's now an NHL player who was born and raised in Winnipeg area, Surrey, British Columbia, and he's of the Punjabi.
Descent.
Yes, thank you. I was trying to look for the word. But anyways, his name is Baines. His name is Arshdeep, and I'm probably saying that wrong. Arshdeep Baines. Right. Okay, good.
Scored his first
he scored his first goal. Yeah, and did you hear the Punjabi? And there's that one really good Punjabi broadcaster who was on Hockey Night in Canada. He's now on like the main feed, but he did the call, and it is fantastic. It is so good. And it's been on not NHL. They've obviously talked about Punjabi and NHL. And it was a 60 Minutes, not 60 Minutes. It was a HBO Sports, and it was really good, by the way. But yeah, his call, it was like awesome, special. They were so happy. There's 3 guys actually now of Punjabi in the NHL: Robin Bawa, Manny Malhotra, Yuhar Khaira, and now Arshdeep Baines, who scores. And what?
Jujar Kara was the one.
Okay,
Is he still
thank you.
playing? He wasn't
No,
Chicago,
he was
right?
he was on a PTO with Tampa actually.
Oh, it says 2 play in the
Oh.
NHL, so he's technically
There it is.
Oh, he played last year. He played a game. He played a game last year. Malhotra he's
I
been
didn't know
a
he
coach.
was heavy.
and Robin Bawa he's been out for a
Yeah, I
while.
didn't know who
93,
that
94 was his last game.
All right.
But really cool. So I saw that and I wanted to mark that down because the reaction on online was fantastic, and then obviously the guy's call was pretty amazing, and meant a lot obviously to a lot of people. So I just wanted to
Oh, what
get
a
that out of
pass! Who was that? Was that Gensels Pretzels with that pass?
Brad Marchand possibly getting a
losing.
3-year goalie, 3-year goalie. God damn it, 3-year contract extension. We'll see what happens with the Boston Bruins. We had so Schwim. They talked about the Vinnick sale, Vinnick Sports Group of Tampa Bay Lightning.
The majority, stayed with the team.
And is this within 3 years he'll be out? Is that essentially what it is?
He's still like I don't know, owns the team or what? I don't know how the hell. But
did you see what he did? Did you see what he did for his employees?
Yeah, he gave him $50,000 to $60,000 bonuses.
So
that's
here's what
amazing.
it is. So he took $20 million of the sale price and awarded it as bonuses to his full-time employees, which is roughly 300 people. So out of all the 300 people, each person will get around $60,000 as a bonus for helping him essentially make Tampa what it is.
Yeah,
so
he sold it for $1 billion when he bought it for $90 million or something.
Yeah, and obviously, we always talk about shitty owners. I currently have 2 that run my teams in the Jets and Rangers. But we don't talk enough about the good guys, and hopefully, there's nothing bad that comes out of Vinnick. But to do that for your employees and for the area, he does a lot with clubs and bringing in charity organizations, and
they
see a lot of stuff from
he
Vinnick.
Donated a shit ton of money for the hurricane relief.
And obviously military, he does a lot with that too. So, but there it is. There's the swim cam. But to hear that about his own employees is pretty cool. Almost like a thank you for helping me do what we were able to do. So
thanks for making me more money.
Yep. Thanks. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. What else do I have?
God damn it.
Patty Waugh and Lou Lamoriello possibly being unhappy with each other after I guess Lou Lamoriello made him skate. Who's the guy that cut? That guy that gave me Peter Engvall, the guy they gave an 8-year contract to. They brought him back up from the AHL, and he played him like 10 minutes, which was just like a tad bit more than Matt Martin played. And he was not very happy about it.
And they just signed Matt Martin to a extension
1-year extension.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Bummer needs to go. Needs to be put out to pasture.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's happening to the Islanders.
Just so old.
F the Isle, as I always say.
Fewest games to 400 wins by a goaltender. The previous record was Henrik Lundqvist at 727. Sergei Bobrovsky, 707 games took him to get 400 wins. So good job for Bob. Guy's a Hall of Famer, right?
Hey, Bob. Yeah.
Now that he won a cup and everything,
it's weird because he had those 3 seasons
2
that were horrendous.
Yeah, and 2 Vezinas.
3 seasons. Well, he had 2 Vezinas, but then he had sandwiched
horrible
between
seasons
his
between.
Vezinas and his Stanley Cup was trash.
Miserable. But people were talking about that being the worst contract of all time, and then all of a sudden he wins a cup.
Yeah,
sure looked like it.
You see the hardest shot record fell. You had Tage Thompson, 104.69 miles per hour, which displaced Michael Kesserling's 103.77 from last year. So, 104.
Yeah, and he didn't score
in a game. We're talking about here, right?
Yeah, in a game.
Yeah.
Sorry. I have a bunch of Jets stuff in here because it makes me miserable, and it's always fun to get stuff for there. Rangers, just quickly, longest point streak to begin a season. 4 straight road wins to begin his season, which ties a franchise record, and then 4+ goals in each of the first 7 games, which is a franchise record as well. Devils lost a bunch, so it was good. Let's see here.
I was at that Devils Tampa game after our pod last week.
Yep, it was great.
On them.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
I had a good time.
We had
my nephew went. He had a good time.
I had this from a while back, Steve, but obviously Crosby and Malkin both with records of their own. 1,600 points for Crosby, and Malkin with the 500 goal mark, which is pretty cool.
500 goals, 800 assists, 1,300 points Malkin reached. And then nothing for 3 games or 4 games or something, and I think he had a goal the other night.
Yep, Tristan Jarry blows.
I don't know. I don't know
what's
what
going on with him.
They're doing. He's currently in Wilkes-Barre on a conditioning stint.
Yeah, I saw that.
He won his first game. I don't know. It's kind of least of the worries at this point, but
yeah. One of my favorite photos of this current young season, Michael Rasmussen.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
I don't like. First of all, I don't agree with what Hughes was trying to do. Second of all, Hughes's stature should never be trying to do that.
Yeah.
And third of all, he shouldn't be the player that's trying to, if he's trying to make some kind of spark and some kind of big hit, at the end of a game that they're going to lose. He shouldn't be the guy that
you could hurt his wrist.
Hurting himself, and then I don't know. I don't know what he was trying to accomplish there.
And Rasmussen, obviously, he tries to go check him. Rasmussen destroys him, and then
he's a big boy.
The great photo, and then apparently Hughes tried to challenge him. Like Rasmussen would have murdered you.
Yeah, he was.
Was that game at New Jersey or at Detroit? Oh, okay.
Detroit.
Because something similar. Well, not like at the end of the game, but something like when I was at the Tampa Devils game, friggin' Chernak absolutely destroyed Jesper Bratt behind the net. Everyone was yelling refs who suck because they didn't call a penalty when it was a perfectly clean shoulder-to-shoulder destroying of him. And I had to listen to these idiots yell at the refs. I thought if they were at the Devils game, they'd be yelling the same thing.
That's what you get for having Espo on the radio, and anytime that you couldn't watch
that's my penance. I have to.
Yes.
When I hear Devils fans yelling stupid things, it's because of Espo.
Yeah.
Espo just grunts now. I don't even think he talks anymore on the. He's like, oh, jeez, that's all it is. And then something amazing will happen, when the last game, Geeky, the rookie that they got in the trade with Utah, scored his first career goal. I'm listening to the friggin' Dave Michigan, the radio guy, announce it. He always screams and yells. Oh, Jesus. And then, you hear friggin' Espo, after he's done screaming, he's like, oh, what a moment. It's just no reaction, whatsoever. He's just, not excited anymore.
He's fantastic.
Being put out the pasture.
Yeah, you don't want to get rid of him because he's so good.
Steven just wants to put all these old men out of their misery.
Yeah.
I think they need to be. I'm altruistic over here, doing everybody a favor.
For
euthanasia.
Geriatric euthanasia.
I'll say shipping them to the old folks' home.
Yeah. What was that movie where they kill all the old people? They think they're
what?
It's an old ass movie where all these people go to it looks like a spa, but they're actually being they're actually being
Never heard
death. I can't think of that friggin' movie. It's an old ass movie.
Frederick Anderson's out day to day for the Hurricanes, so
shocking.
Chekhov. Yep, shocking.
That was my bold prediction that Freddie Anderson would not get hurt this season. Well, I'm wrong.
Someone on Twitter that I was reading asked their thoughts on this. If the NHL was smart, which it's not, it would have an annual original 6-day where the only teams would play would be the original 6 franchises. So you'd have a matchup each one. And then also, why does the NHL have off days. Well, just to kind of have the sport.
I mean,
What
that's
did you
the
guys-
original. If you have an original 6 day when they all like play each other, the only ones who are
Yeah.
going to tune in are the ones who are already tuning in. You're
Well,
not
'cause you're
getting
doing a-
fans from having those kinds of days because they don't care. Like your normal run-of-the-mill guy who just wants to catch a hockey game isn't going to turn it on because Toronto's
put on
playing in
national-
Montreal.
You put it on national hockey, right? You put it on, and each ESPN has the games. You do like back to back to back.
Okay.
What
I
did
don't
just-
think it
you
does
think
anything.
of what did you think of the game the day where every single team played?
I kind of hated it.
I wasn't crazy about it either, just because one,
Yeah.
some of the matchups they had, and two,
Yeah, the match
they
was
had
horrible.
they had this on the day that the NBA was opening up their season. Why
Yes.
would you do that?
That's, I mean, once
Like,
again,
come
NHL's
on, they have
run
to
by
know
dumb.
that the NBA is opening their season on a certain day, and like, hey,
But that's
maybe
not
we should-
even that's not even something you like promote. Like you can't like that's not exciting because you're airing 3 games, right? They aired 3 games
Yeah.
in a row.
Well,
like so
and they
you're
had
not
the
watching
the,
every
red-
game. So it's like
well,
what
they
is
had
the
the red-
point?
the red zone thing.
Yeah, they did kind of like a
That
like
thing.
the
Okay,
NFL
I
red
get
zone.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
I
The
didn't
NHL red
watch that.
Well, like, come
Again,
on, how
this
are
is-
you putting this pretty big day in hockey? Every team's playing on the same day. Another league is opening its season. Come on,
And not only that, but like,
that's so stupid.
yeah, it was dumb. It really was. It made no sense. The matchups were horrible. Like, have good matchups
Yeah.
at least.
There
And
was like
then-
a couple good matchups, and then there was like friggin' I don't even know what was it? Pittsburgh Calgary, was that the
Yeah.
one that Pittsburgh played?
I think,
Why? How do you not get like Pittsburgh Philly or something that day?
Yeah.
Or something.
yeah, do like all match, do like rivalries. Make
I
make
mean,
it
I know
rivalry.
you're not gonna be able to get everybody. I understand that, but it just seems like there was no effort whatsoever put into this.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is good enough. We have all the teams playing. You're welcome.
Yeah, I saw that. It was dumb.
Power play.
Lastly, we'll just do quick stats and obviously the standings. We'll get out of here. Florida sitting at first in the Atlantic. They got 13 points, 6-3-1. Tampa's at 2 with 10. They have 2 games in hand. Metro Devils are sitting ahead of the Rangers, 14-13, but Devils
Ooh.
have 4 games in hand versus the Rangers.
I was wondering how the heck that happened.
Oh, sorry, Rangers have 4 games in hand. Yeah, I don't-
Is it Devils?
not
Devils?
sure
How
that-
did they play that many games already?
well, they
I
had
know
the
they played
2
over in
obviously.
Europe,
They
but
did
like
two
I don't
in
think
Europe.
Yeah.
Buffalo's. Yeah, but Buffalo's hasn't played as many games as they have. Have they?
Buffalo has played 9 games. Yeah, I don't know.
2 less games. So yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Florida's played
Just looking at-
10. Pittsburgh's played 10.
Yeah.
That's 2 closest teams. Western Conference, you have Winnipeg 8-0, 16 points in first. Dallas Stars 7-2-0 with 14 points. And then Pacific, Vegas Golden Knights 6-2-1, 13 points. Kings 5-2-2, 12 points. And then obviously the last team, San Jose Sharks, has 2 points on the season. Blackhawks have 5.
No wins.
Philly has 5. Yep, no wins. Horrible.
Winnipeg ain't
Uh,
doing so hot right now.
Yeah, they finally scored though.
Losing 4-1 to Toronto. Yeah,
4-1.
they did.
Yeah.
What are
Right
they still
now,
losing?
Mark
4-0?
Stone
Jesus.
leading all players with points, 17 points in 9 games, 4 goals, 13 assists. Kelmakar has 13 assists as well. Panarin sits at 3 with 15 points with Kaprizov tied. Goals, you have Heischer with 9. Although it's in 12 games once again. Kuch
Still,
has
it's a
9
great
games
surprise
played,
for
9
the
goals.
He
Yeah.
should have had 10. He should have had his 10th goal tonight, and it got waved off
Yeah.
because of its stupid ass offsides.
Yeah, I just see the Devils fans with
Damn that
Heischer's
rule.
elite. Yeah.
They really should get rid of
Damn
it.
it.
Do they want more scoring in the league? Get rid of offsides.
Well, did you see Will Cooley
I think
has had 2 goals. So 1 goal was taken away for goaltender interference, which is suspect. No one knows what goaltender interference is.
it's
in the
always
league.
debatable.
Yeah.
So he's different.
He had 1 taken away. He also had 1 taken away for offsides, and he almost had a 3rd taken away for goaltender interference, and they ruled actually for him. He would have 3 goals possibly taken away,
I would
which
love to
was.
see a non-hat
yeah.
trick scored.
Could you imagine? Yeah. But yeah, Heischer, I just see the Devils fans saying elite. Not too sure I agree.
I mean, he's
He's a-
having it. He could have a career year, but that's not.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
career numbers for him won't put him in the elite echelon.
No. Yeah, listen, guys, he's not Barkov or Patrice Bergeron, which you guys
He's
compare
a
him
good
to.
player,
so-
and they're mistaking him for saying just because he's like a good player that he's a superstar. And
Yeah.
like he's not. He's like I'm not saying he's a bad player. He's a very good player. I would love to have him on my team.
I'd take him over Zibanejad.
Yeah, I would take him over tons of people, but like they have him like up on a pedestal because he's like doing something. He's not that kind of player. He's not
I think he's probably one of the best.
He's not a
number 2 centers in the league.
Yeah. He's not like a superstar, Crosby, McDavid, Kucherov, like players.
Yeah, this isn't Malkin. This isn't Malkin.
But that's how they view him. They view him as he's equal to those players. He's on the same plane as those players.
You hear Barkov and Bergeron comparisons. I don't know what hockey they watch that they think Hischier is anywhere close to those two players.
He's a similar defensive style, that's.
But he's not anywhere close to those guys.
He's not them. He's not them at all. But he's that defensive forward who has the offensive talent as well. But Barkov and Bergeron are the pinnacle. Bergeron. You should rename the Selke after Bergeron at this point. And Barkov is now coming in at that, and Barkov is just filthy.
Yeah, he's nasty.
But he's just a great player, and like I said, I think he's probably one of the best second line centers in the league, and that's not a bad thing by any means.
It's very good.
I think it's a high compliment, but he's not Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes is that guy.
As long as he's healthy, as you were talking with Matt Banky about.
I'm not. I mean, we're talking with Matt Banky about his fragility, which that's a whole other topic. But the skill, he is.
There.
How does this even happen? That is terrible defense.
His superstar skill.
Gotta love it, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Sandillo. The shrimp cam really is just an amazing piece of.
I feel like Espo up here. I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah, and you're just making noises. You're not even saying.
He's rubbing off on me.
All right, my beer, Taco Tuesday. I'll get a 3.75. Not bad.
I love my Festina. I'm giving it 4.5 always.
Always.
I love my Nightmares. 4.0 GPA.
I like it. Schwim, take her home.
You loved it? Now, happy Halloween is upon us. Happy Halloween. Everybody go check out some horror movies and candy. And Dean, check your daughter's candy. All right?
Yes.
I don't want to hear anything. Make sure
happy anniversary to my wife last Saturday. 11 years.
Ooh,
very good.
LSD in there.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. and to Christine Maizoso for beating me in fantasy football. Good job. You're also 3-4. That's it.
Him coming closer to me. I know you got an issue. There's a